Nike. What if I told you that one of the most powerful brands on earth started with a guy selling shoes out of the trunk of his car? No fancy office, no huge investors, no celebrity endorsements, and definitely no guarantee of success. Today, Nike is worth tens of billions of dollars. Its famous swoosh logo is recognized in nearly every country on the planet. But here's the crazy part. There were multiple moments when Nike could have completely collapsed. Moments when competitors were bigger. Moments when customers stopped trusting the company. And moments when one wrong decision could have erased Nike from history forever. So how did a struggling startup become the king of sportswear? And what was the one decision that changed everything? Stay until the end, because the answer involves a rookie basketball player that nobody could have imagined would become a global icon. The story begins in the early 1960s. A young man named Phil Knight had just graduated from college. He was a runner. Like many athletes, he loved sports, but he noticed something strange. The best running shoes came from Germany. Especially one company. American athletes had very few alternatives. Phil began wondering, what if Japan could make high-quality running shoes at lower prices? It sounded simple, but this idea would eventually reshape the sports industry. The only problem? Phil had almost no money, and what happened next sounded completely insane. Selling shoes from a car trunk. Phil teamed up with his former track coach, Bill Bowerman. Together they launched a small company called Blue Ribbon Sports. At first, there was no office, no warehouses, no marketing department. Phil literally sold shoes out of the trunk of his car. Imagine that. One of the world's biggest brands was operating from a parking lot. Every sale mattered, every customer mattered, and every dollar mattered. But while Phil was trying to sell shoes, Bowerman was obsessed with making them better. His experiments would lead to one of the most important innovations in sports footwear history, and believe it or not, the breakthrough happened in a kitchen. One morning, Bill Bowerman was eating breakfast. As he looked at a waffle iron, an idea suddenly hit him. The pattern on the waffle iron created grip, traction, stability. What if a running shoe sole had a similar design? Most people would have laughed at the idea. Bowerman didn't. He poured rubber into the waffle iron and began testing prototypes. Many failed. Some were completely ruined. But eventually, one design worked. The result was a revolutionary running shoe. Athletes loved it, sales increased, and for the first time, the small company started gaining real momentum. But there was still one huge problem. The company needed a name that would eventually become legendary. In 1971, Blue Ribbon Sports needed a new identity. Several names were considered. Nothing felt right. Then one employee claimed he had seen a name in a dream. Nike. Named after the Greek goddess of victory. Simple, powerful, memorable. The founders agreed. The company was officially renamed Nike. But now they needed a logo, a symbol that would represent the brand. A young design student was hired. She created a simple curved check mark. The founders paid her only $35. Nobody knew it at the time, but that $35 design would become one of the most valuable logos in history. The designer's name was Carolyn Davidson. The logo was called the swoosh. Surprisingly, Phil Knight wasn't even in love with it at first. He reportedly said, "I don't love it, but maybe it'll grow on me." And it did. Over time, the swoosh became more than a logo. It became a symbol of ambition, performance, victory. Nike's sales exploded. The company was growing faster than ever, but another opportunity was about to appear. An opportunity so important that it would transform Nike forever. the opportunity was a young basketball player named Michael Jordan. In 1984, a rookie entered the NBA. His name was Michael Jordan. At the time, Jordan preferred Adidas. Nike wasn't his first choice. In fact, many people didn't see Nike as a basketball company at all. But Nike's executives saw something special. Instead of offering a standard endorsement deal, they made a risky proposal. An entire product line built around one athlete, Air Jordan. The idea sounded crazy. No one had ever done anything quite like it. If Jordan failed, Nike would lose millions. But if he succeeded, everything would change. And that's exactly what happened. Air Jordan became a cultural phenomenon. Sales shattered expectations, and Nike suddenly became more than a sports company. It became a lifestyle brand. But success often creates new problems, and Nike's biggest crisis was still ahead. During the 1990s, Nike faced intense criticism. Reports emerged about working conditions in some overseas factories. News organizations covered the story. Activists protested. Customers questioned the brand. For the first time in years, Nike's reputation was under serious threat. People wondered, could this be the beginning of the end? Could the world's fastest-growing sports brand lose public trust? Many companies would have ignored the criticism. Nike eventually realized it couldn't. The company had to make a choice: fight the criticism or change. What happened next saved the brand. Nike began improving oversight of its supply chain. It increased transparency. It introduced stricter standards. And slowly, public perception started changing. The crisis didn't disappear overnight. But Nike showed something important. A great brand isn't one that never faces problems. A great brand is one that survives them. The company recovered. Sales continued climbing. The brand became stronger. Yet Nike still faced a challenge: competition. Adidas was fighting back. New brands were emerging. The market was changing. So what kept Nike ahead? The answer wasn't better shoes. It was something much more powerful. Most people think Nike sells shoes. They're wrong. Nike sells belief. The company understands something most brands never learn. People don't buy products. They buy emotions, dreams, identity. When someone wears Nike, they're not just buying footwear. They're buying a mindset, a message, a feeling that says, I can do more. That's why Nike's famous slogan became one of the greatest marketing lines ever created: just do it. 3 simple words, yet powerful enough to inspire millions. From a car trunk to a global empire, from a $35 logo to one of the most recognized symbols on earth. Nike's story proves that success isn't about having the most money. It's about having the courage to take risks, to innovate, to survive failure, and to keep moving forward when everyone else doubts you. But here's the question. If Michael Jordan had signed with Adidas instead of Nike, would Nike still be the world's most powerful sports brand today? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more incredible brand success and failure stories.